Welcome to the top 10 Kinos of 2020. I wanted to review these with my Is It Kino co-host Mumpky Jones, but he decided there were not enough movies worthy of putting in a list for 2020. Pathetic. But you've come to the right place, because I'm going to give you the Kinos you deserve. What's better for getting you through the quarantine than 10 good movies that you can watch, and most of them are even on Netflix. Alright, let's start off with the honorable mentions. Pretty good movies that almost made the list, but I found even more interesting stuff to talk about. Sonic the Hedgehog, Trolls World Tour, Bloodshot, Birds of Prey, and Project Power. And let's not forget the worst movie I've seen this year, which is I'm Thinking of Ending Things. What a pretentious piece of shit. Hey, you wanna watch a movie that's purposely convoluted and hard to enjoy? Well, here you go. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Oh boy. Alright, let's get to the actual lists. Number 10, 2067. It's a movie from a dystopian future that doesn't make a lick of sense. We've managed to make all plants go extinct, so now we have to make artificial oxygen. That's so dumb. No matter how dirty water can get, it's almost impossible to keep algae from growing in it, and we somehow managed to eradicate all plants in the world? That's fucking insane. That's why I can never take the post-apocalypse seriously, you know? Anyways, it's a dumb preachy movie that thinks the world will literally end if we don't stop climate change. But I really liked the time travel, and the ending felt strangely comforting. No matter how much nonsensical bullshit happens, we can still overcome it with human ingenuity. And that's how a dumb, mediocre movie inspired me to make this list. Because it's just one of those movies that we used to see back before the corona-apocalypse in cinemas. Just like Geostorm, the very first movie I ever reviewed with the Is It Kino guys. Oh yeah. But now it's getting made on the internet for all to see, and I didn't even hear about it. You know, people must know, so just make sure you don't accidentally destroy all plants on Earth, or else you'll have to time travel to the future to survive. Number 9. A promising young woman. Okay, so there's this woman that likes to pretend to be drunk and then trick men into taking her home to their place. And then when they try to grope her while she's unconscious, she gets up and lectures them about consent. Yeah, that's pretty cool, like some kind of Batgirl that fights rape culture. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's definitely a movie worth watching. I like how she neglects her life and her friend in order to pursue this crazy quest to find the ultimate den of rapey college boys. And if you think rape culture isn't real, I'd like to hear your opinion in the comments, please, about this movie. Number 8, The Crudes 2. Not much to say about this one, it's just some good old fun, surprisingly better than the first one. Interesting how they managed to take the dumb and cringy characters from the first one and actually give them an interesting story to be in. Number 7, The Old Guard. It's a movie about a group of immortal warriors that have lived for centuries and now they're reduced to being mercenaries trying to live in the shadows, desperately trying to guard their secret. Since they can't die, they could suffer a pretty bad fate as a research subject being tortured infinitely for medical progress. The movie tells a pretty compelling story of warfare and espionage, and it's cool to see how they recover from their mortal wounds, just with their innate magic. And I really hope they make a sequel at some point. I really like the characters. Number 6, Freaky. It's a movie where a girl and a serial killer have a wacky experience where they switch bodies. Now the girl has to deal with being a wanted man, while the killer is trying to fuck up her life. We did an Is It Kino about it. It's a really good movie, and I like how it tells a very unique story. Number 5, Call of the Wild. That's the kind of movie Mumpky wouldn't give the time of day to, cause it's about a silly big CGI dog. But I really enjoyed how they tell the story of this big destructive beast that goes from wrecking fancy dinner parties that its owner is trying to give, to being out in the wild, having to deal with unforgiving nature and bad people that are trying to exploit it. And this might be one of my favorite Harrison Ford appearances. I really like him a lot more now that he's an old man. I love the joy in his eye as he sees that huge beast of a dog. Oh my god, so cool. It's great how they have put this big mythical dog in this old-timey gold rush setting, and nobody seems to be too shocked by this crazy antics that's going on around them. Number 4, Feels Good Man. We already covered this one in Kino as well. It's the movie about how the frog became a hate symbol for the alt-right. I enjoyed the insert history lesson. I liked meeting the creator of Pepe the Frog in this movie. Oh yeah, and Eggy was cool in it too. Number 3, The Fatman. It's probably one of my favorite Xmas movies, as well as my favorite Mel Gibson movie. I really like seeing this grizzled old man in this supernatural story. I really hope they make a sequel. People think it's a cynical look at Christmas, but to me it's actually more sincere than any of the other movies that come out at this time. Number 2, it's Soul, probably one of the best Pixar movies of the decade. It's a must-see if you haven't seen it already. You've probably heard about it. It's the movie where the guy dies and he has to be a spirit guide for this unborn spirit, as they explore a magical supernatural world where souls are prepared to go to Earth. Will he be able to restore his life that was tragically cut short by carelessness, or will he learn to enjoy his new role as a mentor? It's so good to see that Pixar is still got and is still making really good movies. Yeah. Number 1, Psycho Gorman. You probably have not heard about this one. It's a movie about a little girl that makes a magical alien friend, only that it's an unthinkable horror from the nightmare dimension. But that doesn't bother her because she's just as evil as he is. There's some real cool puppet and gore effects as Earth becomes a battleground for demonic forces. Will the girl and her friend prevail, or will Earth be destroyed and enslaved by the other horrible aliens? Well, hope you check out at least this one. Surely you wanna see what gross shit goes on in Psycho Gorman. Well, subscribe for more. I'm not doing weekly videos anymore because me and my editor are busy making games. So look forward to my occasional videos.